Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing Pikachu EX from the Surging Sparks expansion set. Pikachu is a basic EX Pokemon with only 200 HP, 1 retreat cost, and it is weak to fighting. What makes this Pokemon awesome is its ability, Resolute Heart. If this Pokemon has full HP and would be knocked out by damage from an attack, instead of being knocked out, it basically will survive the attack, leaving it with only 10 HP remaining. So this ability basically makes it immune to one-hit knockouts as long as it can maintain a full HP at all times. If your opponent has no other way of putting chip damage to Pikachu before they try and knock it out, in most cases your opponent may need 2 turns to attack Pikachu EX before they can knock it out. But for the most part, this ability will protect you from the majority of strong attacks. But with that said, Pikachu EX has its one and only attack, Topaz Bolt. For 1 grass, 1 lightning, and 1 metal energy, it deals 300 damage. And you have to discard 3 energies from this Pokemon. The damage output is pretty awesome. However, having to re-energize its attack every turn is a bit cumbersome. Thankfully though, we have help from this Regigigas. It has the Ancient Wisdom ability. As long as all 6 Regi Pokemon are in play, you can accelerate up to 3 energies from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So basically, we can just keep re-accelerating those discarded energies back to Pikachu EX so that we can attack again and again. But of course, you can use this ability to power up any of your Pokemon. Obviously though, you can't fit all 6 Regis along with Pikachu EX on your board within normal circumstances, which is why the Area 0 Underdepth Stadium card is essential for this strategy. As long as you have a Terra Pokemon in play that is with Pikachu EX, this stadium will expand your bench size so they can accommodate for up to 8 Pokemon instead of just 5. And as for our A-Spec card of choice, we'll be using Precious Trolley to help tremendously with your setup. With this, you can search your deck for as many basic Pokemon as you want, then you can put them straight to your bench. Of course, it's limited only to how much you can fit in your bench. As for our energies, we'll be using 2 grass, 2 lightning, 2 water, 1 metal, and 2 luminous energies, which counts as 1 energy of every type as long as you don't mix it with any other special energies, and of course 1 mist energy to protect us from effects of attacks like instant knockouts. All of these energies should be sufficient enough to provide for majority of the attacks that will be useful for us in this build. Also, it's good to utilize all the attacks in your arsenal because remember, Pikachu EX is not your only attacker. Along with Reading Greninja, you can also use your other Regis to attack your opponent's Pokemon. As for the other cards worth noting, Penny allows you to remove one of your basic Pokemon and everything attached on it from play and put it back into your hand. This is a great way for removing a heavily damaged Pikachu or removing Squawkabilly EX from play so that you can remove liability from your board. Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking is also a great way for getting the cards you need. This allows you to search your deck for 2 cards and put them on top of your deck in any order. Then you can just draw into them with either Trekking Shoes, Raiding Greninja, or Regidrago. One thing I don't like about this build though is its tendency to break early on in the game, especially if you have a very bad opening hand. Overall though, you'll have a pretty good chance of winning against majority of builds in the format right now. The setup is fast and you also have a bunch of Regis to choose from as your backup attackers. Out of all the Pikachu EX builds out there, this is by far my favorite one. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below. And now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Pikachu EX. Before we get into the video, I have a small request. If you're liking the content I create, please leave a like to this video and please support this channel by subscribing if you haven't already. This is a small click for you, but for me, it means a lot. Thank you so much for all of your support. Alright, on to our first match. I actually won the coin flip and I will be going second, which I do recommend. Because you do have that potential to be able to attack on your first turn going second. My opponent had to mulligan a few times, and we're actually going against Goldengo EX, which is a favorable matchup for us, I think. Alright, from their mulligans, we got 4 extra cards. We got Precious Trolley. Dude, this is a pretty strong opening hand, guys. We got Area 0 Underdepths to expand our bench. Once we set up Pikachu EX, we can get those other Regis in play. And we just need to get energies in the discard pile so that we can accelerate them and we can start attacking as early as our first turn. Alright, so now it's our turn. We got a bunch of Trekking Shoes. Let's go ahead and use that first, actually. Hisuian Heavy Ball, that could be useful. We can discard this, draw 1. And let's see what's prized. Okay, we got Squawkabilly EX, that's nice, but we got 3 Regis prized. Just gotta remember which ones. We have a Regice in our hand, might as well put that into play. And then let me use Pokestop first. We discarded Radiant Greninja though, that's not good. But let me put this into play. Precious Trolley for Pikachu EX to expand our bench. And we'll get Regidrago and Regigigas, the ones that are prized. So we'll be sure that they are on our bench. Let me use Professor's Research. Got Trekking Shoes again. And yeah, let's get Earthen Vessel, discard this Luminous Energy. Get 2 more energies to discard. We can still Squawk and Seize here. But with only 1 Regigigas available, I think I need to switch my Pikachu EX into the active first. Power it up, and then we can even Squawk and Seize here. Hey, we got Regirock and a Nest Ball to get Regieleki. We got all 6 Regis in play, guys. That's awesome. And I'll put this other Pikachu EX in play. We can use Ancient Wisdom. And we have all the necessary energies that we need. We can use Luminous Energy as our Metal Energy and a Grass Energy here. And we can attack with Topaz Bolt. 300 damage on our first turn, going second. That's awesome. So we got our first prize and we got Regigigas. That's pretty cool. So being able to attack for 300 damage on your first turn going second is insane, guys. That's Pikachu EX is pretty strong if you can get it energized. And again, discarding your energies is pretty cumbersome, but if you can re-energize it, especially with Regigigas, being able to hit for 300 damage every single turn is pretty insane. Goldango EX is a very powerful Pokemon. It can deal a one-hit knockout depending on how many energies they have or they can build up on their hand. And if they can discard a lot of energies, they can hit for a lot of damage. But thankfully, Pikachu EX can withstand that attack thanks to its Resolute Heart ability. Even if they can one-hit knock out Pikachu, we will survive the attack and be left with 10 HP. So now my opponent will attempt an attack here. And they're just going to go with 50 damage, discarding 1 energy. So they're going for a 2-hit knockout against Pikachu. But you know what? I'm going to retreat this one into my other Pikachu. Again, the Resolute Heart ability will not work unless Pikachu EX has full HP. So with Cypher Maniacs Code Breaking, I'm going to get Penny, put it on top of my deck. So next turn, we can even remove Pikachu EX from play and start all over again. So we're just going to attack here. Again, dealing 300 damage, we can easily knock out their Goldango EX, getting us 2 more prizes, and slowly but surely we're getting those prized Regis back into our hands. So we got Regice, and just keep track of how many Area 0 Unadepts you have in play or are available to you, because if you discard all of them, of course the strategy of this build will be messed up. But you can always just recover it with Regieleki, because its first attack can actually recover a trainer card from your discard pile and put it into your hand. So you could do that just in case. And also, if your opponent manages to discard your Stadium, just keep in mind what you have left or what you have available in your hand to replace the Regis. Again, my opponent will attempt for a 2-hit knockout against Pikachu EX. Let's see what we could do here. We got Radiant Greninja, we got Penny. Let me go ahead and remove this Pikachu. Replace it with Regieleki. And then let's see if we can actually attack with this. I can knock out their Gimmighoul on their bench, get another prize. Then we have to discard 2 energies from Regieleki. Alright. Okay, we got Hisuian Heavy Ball, so we can even get the Regidrago that's prized if we need it. So now with 2 prizes remaining, we can just take a knockout against this Goldango EX. Again, we have 1 Pikachu EX still with full HP, and there it is. My opponent will use Lost Vacuum. Let's go ahead and remove Squawkabilly EX, we can replace Regigigas, and we have Area 0 Underdepths to replace what my opponent has removed. So we can expand our bench once again. And actually, I should have taken out Regice, because if they knock out Regieleki, we'll need to search for the other one. But you know what? That's fine. They have Pokestop. We can actually get Night Stretcher to recover it if we need it. But no, they're gonna go for Counter Catcher, and canceling Cologne turns off Pikachu EX's ability. Now they can knock it out. We won't survive it, and they're gonna get their first 2 prizes. But you know what? We're way too ahead in the prize trade here, and Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking is just gonna win us this game, actually. So with enough energies for my opponent to discard with the Make It Rain attack, they can take a knockout here. 200, exactly 200 damage, discarding 4 energies, knocking out our Pikachu EX. So let's go ahead and put Regieleki in the active. Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking will save us. Get 2 Night Stretcher so we can recover Pikachu EX, expand our bench, and go from there. So let's go ahead and use Pokestop. We'll get the 2 Night Stretcher in our hand. Get Pikachu EX. Expand our bench with Area 0 Underdepths. And then we'll need Regigigas here, because we need to retreat Regieleki, and we'll need to energize it fully for us to retreat it. So we'll use the first Ancient Wisdom, energize Pikachu EX, and then we're going to energize Regieleki so we can discard these energies to retreat. And now for our final Topaz Bolt, knocking out their Quildango EX, getting us our last 2 prizes to win the game. Pikachu EX is pretty awesome with Regigigas, actually. Good game. Alright, on to our next match. We'll be starting this one with the Squawkabilly EX in the active spot, and I will be going first this time around. And we're going against Cloth. Alright, a very dangerous matchup. We got Regirock. We can get Pikachu EX with this Nest Ball. Expand our bench with Area 0 Underdepths. And I think I'm going to attach an energy to Squawkabilly EX before I use Squawk and Seize. That way we can retreat it. Alright, we got Hisuian Heavy Ball. Regigigas is priced, but we will prioritize Radiant Greninja. That way we can put more energies in the discard pile while drawing 2 extra cards. Got Registeel. However, my opponent has the potential to attack on their first turn going second, so to prevent them from taking 2 prizes from our Squawkabilly EX, I'm gonna sacrifice Registeel in the active instead. So this is a dangerous matchup since Cloth is a fighting type. It can one-hit knock out Pikachu EX, and even if we survive an attack, thanks to our Resolute Heart ability, I'm pretty sure they have poison damage to completely knock out our Pikachu EX. And sure enough, they have Brute Bonnet. They also have Genesect. This has the Ace Nullifier ability. As long as it has a tool card attached on it, we cannot use our Ace Spec card. Okay, but with the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule now attached to Brute Bonnet, they now have the ability to poison both active Pokemon. And Cloth, while it's poisoned, can increase its attack damage output. And not to mention the Binding Mochi tool card attached on it, increasing its attack even further by 40 more damage. So our Pikachu EX is not safe from this Cloth. So we'll have to play it smart. Maybe we can use our Regis to attack, get 1 prize at a time as well. And maybe we can take 2 prizes from knocking out that Latias EX. Do they have the double turbo energy? They don't! Yo, we survived a turn here. That's awesome. They needed that to attack with Claw. Let's go ahead and use concealed cards first. We got Regieleki. We still need 3 more Regis actually. Let's use Ultra Ball. Actually, I'll keep the counter catcher available to us. Let me get Regigigas, because we only have one available. The other Regis will have higher probability of allowing us to draw into them. So with the Iono, we got an Ultra Ball, okay. But it doesn't guarantee that we'll get... We still need Regice and Regidrago. Let me go ahead and discard these two. Get Regidrago. We still need Regice. Trekking shoes. Yo, we got Nest Ball. That's awesome. So we got all 6 Regis in play. That is insane. Alright, now we can use Ancient Wisdom. We can even attack with Registeel. We have 2 Metal Energies, 1 Luminous, and of course 1 Colorless to power up its attack. And we're dealing 220 damage with its Heavy Slam attack, getting us our first prize. Not too bad. We got Luminous Energy. But I thought Heavy Slam deals 50 less damage for their each retreat cost. Cloth has 3. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's Latias EX. It has an ability that gives all basic Pokemon 0 retreat cost. So probably Cloth, since it has 0 retreat cost, Registeel is dealing normal damage. But my opponent bosses my Squawkabilly EX in the active with poison damage. They can definitely take a knockout here. 140. We have resistance to fighting, but the poison damage did the trick, knocking out our Squawkabilly EX. And my opponent gets 2 prizes for that. We tried so hard to keep it from getting knocked out, but Penny was 1 turn too late before we could get that Squawkabilly EX out of our bench. Let me use Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. Since we are behind on prices, I could use Counter Catcher for sure. And maybe we can knock out one of their 2 prizers as well. So we'll get these 2 with the Concealed Cards ability. And maybe I can knock out their Latias with Pikachu. Yeah, Regice doesn't deal a lot of damage. And we'll take care of Latias EX. I think removing their ability to retreat their Pokemon is a huge deal. So I'm going to go ahead and Ancient Wisdom. And we can use Topaz Bolt to knock out their Latias EX to get us 2 prizes. So my opponent still has an advantage here because they can take a 2 prize knockout against Pikachu EX. But they put Radiant Hisuian Sneasler in the active spot, alright. The attachment energy to Terrapagos EX. Unless they have a switching card, they cannot retreat Radiant Sneasler. I think they should have just put Cloth in the active. With the poison damage, Pikachu EX will not survive an attack. They can get 2 more prizes. So let's see what my opponent does here. Maybe they have a switch. Oranguru V, okay. So Oranguru V has an ability that can get 2 cards from the deck if it's in the active. And they can also use the Forest Seal Stone, of course. But they're gonna Hyper Blower with Iron Bundle, okay. That pushes out Pikachu EX, and I think I'm gonna sacrifice my Radiant Greninja. I mean, I could always just recover it with Night Stretcher, but I don't know if that was a good move because they had Switch Card. They could have just knocked out my Pikachu EX. Alright, if that was me, I would have just taken 2 prizes with that. But that's okay. That means we'll have a pretty good turn moving forward. There's the poison. They'll definitely take a knockout here, and my opponent starting with a one card hand next turn. Two card hand actually once they draw, but they have limited resources at this point. And with the Suicune Heavy Ball, let's go ahead and just get our Regigigas and I'll Night Stretcher, Radiant Greninja. Concealed cards, draw 2. Got Precious Trolley, which we don't really need right now. And then I might as well play the other Regigigas. So what I could do is retreat Regieleki and take 2 knockouts here. Because I really don't like that Petron. It can increase poison damage and it's just going to be very obnoxious. So what I'm going to do is actually power up Radiant Greninja. We have all the energies that we need here. And I'm going to Moonlight Shuriken, take a knockout against that Petron, and then Cloth will not get knocked out, but it will with that poison at the next Pokemon checkup. And here it is. So we got 1 prize, but we got another prize because of that poison damage knocking out their Cloth. So now they only have 1 attacker available, that is Terrapagos EX. They can take a prize against our Radiant Greninja, but that's pretty much it. Otherwise, if they have a boss orders, they can take out Pikachu EX. But I think that was a huge mistake that my opponent should have just taken a knockout against Pikachu EX. And they're just going to take a knockout against Radiant Greninja, getting them 1 prize only. But you know what? We will be taking home the prize by attacking with Pikachu EX. We have all the components we need here. Just need to energize, and 300 damage will be enough to knock out this Terrapagos EX, getting us our last 2 prizes to win the game. Not bad. That was a tough matchup, but if my opponent hadn't made a mistake, I think they would have won this. But that's the name of the game, guys. Good game. Alright, on to our final match. Both players will mulligan. And we're going against Charizard EX. Okay. So we'll start with Regieleki, Regice. My opponent will be going first. They have Rotom V in their active. And they will be setting up Charmander with the Nest Ball. Another one for a Pidgey. And they will end their turn with Instant Charge, drawing 3 cards. Alright, now it's our turn. You can use Ultra Ball to discard these energies. Again, having energies in the discard pile is good. We'll get Pikachu EX, and we have Squawkabilly. So, yeah, Pikachu EX, we have Squawkabilly EX. We can use Squawk and Seize. Let's use Striking Shoes first. That can go in the discard pile as well. We can't use Ultra Ball, so we're just going to use Squawk and Seize. We got a bunch of Regieleki, but no Area 0 Underdepths to expand our bench. So we'll have to sacrifice these 2 with Professor's Research. We got an Energy though. Unfortunately, we cannot expand our bench. Got Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking with Trekking Shoes. So what I'm gonna do is use Electromagnetic Sonar. To recover a trainer card from my discard pile, I'll get Night Stretcher. So most possibly, my opponent can probably fully set up a Charizard EX. They knock out my Regieleki, that's fine. That will free up space on our board. And then we can use Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking to put 2 cards on the top of our deck. We'll get Area 0 Underdepths. And maybe Precious Trolley. And then all we have to do is recover an energy with Night Stretcher. Radiant Greninja can conceal cards, the 2 cards that we put on the top of our deck, and then we'll be well on our way. So my opponent now has fully evolved their Charizard EX. They can knock out my Regieleki, dealing 180 damage. So we have 2 Regielekis in the discard pile actually. So we'll need to keep that in mind. So what we need here is discard these. We'll need the energies to fully energize Pikachu EX, Radiant Greninja, and then we'll get Area 0 Under Depths, Precious Trolley. Since we have energy already, we'll just get these two for now, and then we can use Night Stretcher to recover Regigigas. Alright, nice. Very nice. So we'll get the other Regis that we need. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need Regirock and Registeel. Very nice. And you know what? I'm gonna target Pidgeot EX because this is pretty annoying. Ancient Wisdom. We'll put these energies and then Topaz Bolt. 600 damage, knocking it out. We'll discard those 3 energies. And we got 2 prizes. Nice. There's a pretty nice start for us, for sure. We can also target their Rotom V. What's going to be a problem is knocking out this Charizard EX because, oh man, they remove our Area 0. At least we can remove our Squawkabilly. Okay, let's go ahead and remove these 2 and Squawkabilly. We just have to recover them. We have Super Rod anyways. Maybe we can draw into them. Maybe. At least we'll survive an attack from Charizard EX. Unless they can turn off my ability. They're gonna go for Burning Darkness, dealing 240 damage. We survive their attack with our Resolute Heart ability. We got Professor's Research from our top deck. That is insane. We go ahead and recover these 3. I can go for Mesagoza. Nice, we got heads. And then we can replace it with our Area 0 Under Depths and expand our bench and go for Professor's Research. Very nice. Concealed cards. Yo, let's go. Let's go. All right. Man, I'd really like another Pikachu. We could have used Penny. I think I'm gonna go with Radiant Greninja here. I'm gonna sacrifice it, but we can also take out their Charmander while also dealing 90 damage to their Charizard EX in the active. That way it will be within knockout range of Pikachu EX's attack. And we got Pikachu EX. Alright, speaking of, so now we can use Penny on Pikachu EX while keeping the Area 0 Under Depths active while we have the other Pikachu EX in play. So we'll have that safe and sound, but they have Luminion V. They will get boss's orders. They will target Pikachu EX, unfortunately. And we'll be left with 5 Pokemon on our bench, but that's fine. We'll have to put one in the active, and then we'll have to put Pikachu EX here. And we're still good. We got 2 Regigigas as well. Man, this is too awesome, dude. We're getting all the cards that we need. I can put energies here to retreat it. And now we can use Pikachu EX, fully energize it, knock out their Charizard EX, and without any other backup attackers, we are free to just bully them and knock out their other Pokemon, since we only need 1 more prize after this. So yeah, not too bad, man. Pikachu EX is so awesome with the Regigigas. My opponent will have Mimikyu and also Duskull. But as it is, we just need 1 more prize. And there it is, my opponent concedes. Good game, man. And that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and until next time, please stay safe and have a great day.